Welcome to Ancient Conspiracies podcast. I'm your host, Ben Carter. In the heart of the Atlantic Ocean, submerged beneath miles of icy blue water, lies a city swathed in mystery and lore. This city, as ancient scriptures and tales whisper, is Atlantis, a place of advanced civilization, lost to the world, and veiled by the unforgiving sea. But within the concealed boundaries of this lost city lies an enigma that has puzzled researchers for centuries: the lost Sphinx of Atlantis. This Sphinx, unlike its Egyptian counterpart, is not a monument carved from stone or a sentinel of the desert. No, this is something far more arcane and compelling. This Sphinx is an entity of knowledge, an elusive guardian of secrets, submerged in the depths of the Atlantic, shrouded by the sea's eternal embrace. This is where the mystery deepens. Unlike the documented existence of the Great Sphinx of Giza, the lost Sphinx of Atlantis is a creature born from whispers and conjecture. There are no papyrus scrolls, no hieroglyphic records, no tangible proof of its existence. And yet the lore persists, weaving its way through the echelons of time, undeterred by the skepticism of the modern world. The legend of the lost Sphinx of Atlantis is tied intrinsically to the tales of the city itself. Atlantis, as the ancient Greek philosopher Plato described, was a city of unimaginable wealth and knowledge, a civilization far advanced beyond its contemporaries. However, the city, in its hubris, incurred the wrath of the gods and was swallowed by the sea, disappearing without a trace. This narrative has been passed down for millennia, seducing explorers, historians, and dreamers alike with its allure. But where does the Sphinx figure in this tale, you ask? The answer lies in the oral traditions of the ancient Atlanteans, passed down through generations and preserved, albeit hazily, in the annals of history. These stories speak of a guardian, a divine being that held the key to Atlantis's immense knowledge and power. This being, described as a sphinx-like entity, was believed to possess the wisdom of the universe, a treasure far more valuable than any material wealth. The lost Sphinx of Atlantis, then, is not merely a physical construct, but an embodiment of wisdom, a divine entity holding the secrets of a civilization lost to time. It is the key to unlocking the mysteries of Atlantis, a tantalizing beacon in the endless quest for knowledge. Its existence, while unproven, continues to captivate the minds of those who dare to delve into the shadows of the unknown, challenging our perceptions of history and reality. The story of the lost Sphinx of Atlantis is a journey into the depths of the human psyche, a testament to our collective fascination with the unknown. As we delve deeper into this enigma, we are drawn into a world of myth, mystery, and the tantalizing possibility of a truth hidden beneath the sea. It is a journey that asks us to question, to seek, and ultimately to believe. Because in the end, isn't it the quest that truly matters? The pursuit of the unknown, the unending chase for the shadows of the past, the relentless desire to know, to understand, to believe. The origins of the Sphinx as a symbol can be traced back to the ancient civilizations of Egypt and Greece. In these cultures, the Sphinx was viewed as a creature of enigma, a guardian of sacred knowledge, and a symbol of divine power. In ancient Egypt, the Sphinx was often depicted as a lion with the head of a human, embodying the strength of a lion and the wisdom of a human. In Greek mythology, the Sphinx was known to pose riddles to those who dared to cross its path, representing a test of intelligence and wisdom. It is within this cultural milieu that the Atlantis tales and the lost Sphinx emerged. The Sphinx, as the guardian of wisdom, was considered the key to the advanced knowledge and power of Atlantis. The ancient texts describe the Sphinx as a magnificent structure, towering above the city, its eyes, made from rare gems, radiating an ethereal glow, reflecting the wisdom it held. Its form, half human and half lion, was a testament to the Atlantean belief in the coexistence of human intellect and animal strength, the very foundation of their advanced society. According to Plato, Atlantis was situated beyond the Pillars of Hercules, what we now know as the Strait of Gibraltar. It was said to be larger than Asia and Libya combined, a land of abundance, rich in minerals, flora, and fauna. The city was divided into concentric circles of water and land, with the royal palace at the center, the Sphinx standing guard at the entrance of this palace, a silent sentinel of the city's wisdom and might. The timeline of Atlantis and its lost Sphinx is speculated to be around 9,000 years before Plato's time, placing it in a period in history where civilizations were still in nascent stages. This timeline, however, has been a subject of contention among historians and archaeologists due to the lack of tangible evidence. The geographic location of Atlantis also remains a mystery, with theories ranging from the Mediterranean Sea to the Caribbean, from the depths of the Atlantic to the far corners of the Antarctic. Each theory, though lacking in definitive proof, brings with it intriguing possibilities and further fuels the enigma of the lost Sphinx of Atlantis. The lost Sphinx of Atlantis, then, is an artifact of a time and place shrouded in mystery, an embodiment of a civilization's wisdom and power, a symbol of a city lost to the depths of time and sea. Its tale is a complex weave of history, mythology, and the human quest for knowledge, a testament to our fascination with the unknown, the unexplored, and the extraordinary. The Sphinx stands as a silent sentinel at the crossroads of history and mythology, its gaze fixed on the horizon of human understanding, inviting us to delve deeper into the shadows of the past. Delving deeper into the layers of the lost Sphinx of Atlantis, we encounter a host of pivotal individuals, ancient texts, and archaeological finds that have shaped our understanding of this mysterious artifact. The Greek philosopher Plato, as mentioned earlier, was the first to speak of Atlantis, and consequently the Sphinx, in his dialogues Timaeus and Critias. His vivid descriptions, although criticized as mere allegory by some, remain the cornerstone of Atlantean lore, providing the foundation for countless explorations and theories. Another significant figure in this quest is the American psychic Edgar Cayce, known as the Sleeping Prophet. Cayce's readings from the early 20th century often referred to Atlantis and its advanced civilization. Intriguingly, he predicted that remnants of Atlantis would be found near Bimini in the Caribbean. Decades later, the discovery of the Bimini Road, a submerged rock formation, reignited interest in his readings, although the connection to Atlantis remains speculative. The ancient texts of the Egyptians and Greeks contained references to a lion-bodied deity, often believed to be the Sphinx. The Book of Dead, an ancient Egyptian funerary text, alludes to the Sphinx as a guardian of the underworld, a bridge between the realms of the living and the dead. Could the Atlantean Sphinx have served a similar purpose? The connection between Egyptian and Atlantean cultures is a thread that many researchers continue to pull. In terms of archaeological findings, the discovery of the underwater city of Heraklion off the coast of Egypt provided a tantalizing clue. The city, believed to have sunk around the 8th century AD, contained numerous colossal statues, including a granite sphinx. While the timeline and geography don't align with Atlantis, it demonstrates that such underwater finds are plausible. These key figures, texts, and discoveries have fueled the enduring allure of the lost Sphinx of Atlantis. Each contributes a piece to the puzzle, a thread in the intricate tapestry of this ancient mystery. They remind us that beneath the surface of our known history lie depths yet to be explored, stories yet to be told, secrets yet to be unearthed. The lost Sphinx of Atlantis remains an enigma, its silent stone gaze challenging us to seek, to question, and to wonder. Within the far-reaching narrative of the lost Sphinx of Atlantis, there are some anomalies and claims that seem to defy conventional historical understanding. These unusual facets serve not as a deterrent, but as a potent lure for those who yearn to uncover the truths hidden beneath the realms of accepted knowledge. One such claim centers around the Sphinx's alleged connection to the Orion constellation. Robert Bauval and Graham Hancock, in their book, The Message of the Sphinx, propose that both the Sphinx and the three pyramids of Giza are designed in accordance with the patterns of the Orion constellation. Could the Atlantean Sphinx have held a similar cosmic significance? This theory, while controversial, finds resonance in the ancient Egyptian belief in as above, so below, which suggests that earthly structures were designed to mirror celestial ones. This idea, viewed through the lens of Edgar Cayce's readings, hints at a connection between the Sphinx, Atlantis, and the stars. Another startling aspect is the alleged psychic connection between the Sphinx and human consciousness. Many accounts suggest that the Sphinx, whether Egyptian or Atlantean, possesses an ability to communicate with certain individuals through dreams or visions, imparting wisdom or revealing hidden truths. One such account comes from Théophile Gautier, a 19th-century French writer who claimed to have experienced vivid dreams of the Sphinx while staying in Egypt. In his dreams, the Sphinx spoke to him, revealing profound insights about life and death. Could this be a manifestation of the Sphinx's alleged role as a bridge between worlds, a conduit for transcendent knowledge? Then there is the curious case of the Sphinx's missing nose. Some believe it was intentionally destroyed to suppress the Sphinx's mystical powers. If this is true, could the Atlantean Sphinx have suffered a similar fate, its secrets silenced by those who feared its power? And finally is the claim of the Sphinx's extraordinary age. Some researchers, such as Robert Schoch, argue that the Egyptian Sphinx could be much older than traditionally believed, perhaps dating back to a prehistoric, possibly Atlantean era. This theory, while highly controversial, underscores the tantalizing possibility of an Atlantean Sphinx, a relic from a time before recorded history. These anomalies and claims, each more intriguing than the last, deepen the mystery of the lost Sphinx of Atlantis. They challenge our understanding of history, inviting us to question, to explore, and to dare to imagine a reality beyond that which is readily accepted. As we delve deeper into the enigma of the lost Sphinx of Atlantis, we are reminded that history, like the Sphinx itself, often guards its secrets in silence, waiting for the right moment to reveal their true meaning. In our quest to understand the lost Sphinx of Atlantis, we turn to science for answers. One of the most potent tools in the archaeologist's kit is radiocarbon dating, a method that helps us approximate the age of an object. However, this technique relies on organic matter, which the Sphinx, carved from stone, lacks. Thus, traditional carbon dating methods do not offer us much insight in this case. Some scientists propose a different method of dating, called geological dating. This technique focuses on the erosion patterns on the Sphinx. Dr. Robert Schoch, a geologist, has suggested that the weathering on the Sphinx indicates that it is much older than traditionally believed, possibly dating back to the era of Atlantis. Yet this method is not without its critics. Others argue that such weathering could also result from factors other than age, such as the Sphinx's exposure to the elements over millennia. Physical artifacts, too, have played a role in this quest. The so-called inventory stela, discovered near the Great Sphinx of Giza, describes the restoration of the Sphinx by the pharaoh Khufu, suggesting that the monument existed prior to his reign. Could this hint at an Atlantean origin? The debate continues. A controversial hypothesis proposes that the Sphinx was not a standalone monument, but part of an extensive network of structures, possibly a reflection of the stars. The Orion correlation theory, put forth by Robert Bauval and Adrian Gilbert, suggests that the pyramids and the Sphinx were strategically placed to mirror the constellation Orion. This theory, if valid, might hint at a deeper cosmic significance to the Sphinx, possibly linking it to Atlantis. Symbols and architecture also offer valuable clues. The lion-bodied, human-headed form of the Sphinx is echoed in various ancient cultures, from Mesopotamia to Greece, and even in the Americas with Olmec and Mayan civilizations. Could these similarities suggest a common origin or influence? Again, the evidence is tantalizing but inconclusive. Finally, the study of ancient DNA might offer insights. The genetic material of ancient Egyptians shows links to populations from the Near East and Europe. While this doesn't directly substantiate the existence of Atlantis or the Atlantean Sphinx, it does point to a level of cultural and genetic interchange in the ancient world that far exceeds what was previously thought. Despite the rigorous scientific scrutiny, much remains unexplained about the lost Sphinx of Atlantis. Each piece of evidence, each hypothesis seems to deepen the mystery rather than solve it. Yet it is precisely this enigma that fuels our quest, driving us to question, to explore, and to seek answers in the silent whispers of the past. Yet this pursuit of the lost Sphinx of Atlantis is not without its skeptics. Mainstream academia has always held the existence of Atlantis as a myth rather than a reality. The famed philosopher Plato, who spoke of Atlantis, is often cited in these discussions. Critics argue that his account was allegorical, a cautionary tale of hubris and divine retribution, rather than a historical record. The lack of concrete archaeological evidence to support the existence of Atlantis is a significant point of contention. Theories and hypotheses, no matter how tantalizing, cannot override the need for tangible proof. Critics see the Atlantis narrative as a form of pseudo-archaeology, a realm of speculation and sensationalism rather than rigorous scientific inquiry. The Orion correlation theory, too, has faced considerable criticism. Astronomers and Egyptologists argue that the theory is based on selective evidence, often ignoring data that doesn't fit the narrative. The alignment of the pyramids and the Sphinx with the constellation Orion, they argue, is coincidental rather than intentional. Moreover, the inventory stela, while intriguing, is not universally accepted as a reliable source. Some Egyptologists consider it a later work, possibly from the Ptolemaic period, making it several millennia younger than the Sphinx itself. If this is accurate, it casts doubt on the stela's relevance in establishing the Sphinx's age or origin. The similarities between the Sphinx and other ancient lion-bodied, human-headed figures are also called into question. Critics argue that this could merely represent a common symbolic or mythological motif across different cultures, not evidence of a shared origin or influence from Atlantis. The study of ancient DNA, while revolutionary in our understanding of human history, has also been met with caution. Critics point out that genetic interchange does not necessarily imply direct contact or shared origin. Ancient populations could have interacted indirectly through a network of migrations and exchanges over long periods. The skepticism and pushback from mainstream academia do not aim to suppress the quest for understanding the lost Sphinx of Atlantis. Instead, they underline the importance of rigorous, evidence-based inquiry in the face of enticing mystery. The skepticism serves as a reminder that the quest for knowledge is a delicate balance between open-minded exploration and disciplined scrutiny. The lost Sphinx of Atlantis theory is not just an archaeological or historical hypothesis. It is a narrative with profound implications for our understanding of human origins, spirituality, divine narratives, and creation myths. If the Sphinx is indeed a relic from Atlantis, it challenges the linear progression of human civilization as we understand it. It suggests a forgotten era of advanced knowledge and technology predating established historical records. This notion stirs the dust of anthropological timelines and might even beckon us to reconsider the very notion of progress. Beyond the historical, the lost Sphinx of Atlantis has deep metaphysical implications. The Sphinx, in many cultures, is a symbol of mystery, wisdom, and power. It is a guardian of sacred knowledge, a gatekeeper to the divine. If the Sphinx is indeed Atlantean, it could be a testament to an ancient spiritual paradigm, a worldview where divinity, knowledge, and power were intricately interwoven. This theory also intersects with creation myths and divine narratives. The story of Atlantis itself is deeply mythic, a tale of a utopian civilization that fell from grace due to its hubris. If the Sphinx is a relic of Atlantis, it becomes a tangible link to this myth, a symbol of humanity's potential for greatness and the peril of overreaching. Moreover, if the Sphinx was indeed aligned with the constellation of Orion, it suggests an ancient fascination with the cosmos. It points to a time when humanity saw itself not as separate from the universe, but as an integral part of a divine cosmic order. It hints at a spiritual worldview where the divine was not confined to temples and scriptures, but was seen in the stars and the laws of nature. This theory also touches on the idea of a global, interconnected ancient civilization. If the similarities between the Sphinx and other ancient figures are not mere coincidence, they might indicate a shared spiritual and cultural heritage. This idea challenges the notion of isolated development and proposes a more interconnected global narrative of human history. However intriguing these implications may be, they are speculative. The lost Sphinx of Atlantis theory remains a contested hypothesis, a tantalizing mystery at the intersection of history, archaeology, and spirituality. It is a narrative that speaks to our deep-seated curiosity about our origins, our place in the cosmos, and the mysteries that time has veiled from us. It is a testament to our enduring quest for knowledge, a journey that is as much about understanding our past as it is about shaping our future. The lost Sphinx of Atlantis theory has permeated popular culture, finding its way into novels, films, and digital media. Its allure lies in the blend of myth, history, and the tantalizing possibility of a forgotten past. This has made it a fertile ground for narratives that explore the human condition, our origins, and our quest for meaning. In the literary world, the theory has served as a backdrop for epic tales of adventure and discovery. Novels like Clive Cussler's Atlantis Found and A.G. Riddle's The Atlantis Gene weave intricate plots around the myth of Atlantis and the Sphinx, exploring themes of human evolution, ancient technologies, and the potential consequences of unearthing forgotten histories. In cinema, the Atlantis narrative has been a recurring theme. Films like Atlantis: The Lost Empire and The Secret of Atlantis delve into the legend, often using the Sphinx or similar monolithic relics as symbols of a lost golden age or as harbingers of cataclysmic events. These narratives often grapple with the human propensity for self-destruction, the quest for knowledge, and the moral responsibility that comes with wielding great power. Digital platforms have allowed for a more interactive exploration of the theory. YouTube channels dedicated to fringe archaeology and alternative history theories often feature in-depth analysis of the lost Sphinx of Atlantis. These videos delve into everything from supposed archaeological evidence to astrological alignments, offering viewers a chance to engage with the theory on a more personal level. Social media platforms, too, have played a significant role in disseminating the theory. Forums and discussion groups on sites like Reddit provide platforms for enthusiasts to share research, debate interpretations, and speculate on the implications of the lost Sphinx of Atlantis theory. These online communities foster a sense of shared curiosity and camaraderie, connecting individuals from all over the world in a shared quest for knowledge. Perhaps most intriguing is the theory's resonance within alternative communities. For some, the lost Sphinx of Atlantis represents not just a historical mystery, but a spiritual symbol, a testament to a time when humanity lived in harmony with the cosmos, embodying wisdom and spiritual enlightenment. This perspective has found a home within New Age and esoteric circles, where the Sphinx and Atlantis are often invoked as symbols of a lost spiritual heritage and a potential blueprint for a more enlightened future. Whether viewed as a historical mystery, a narrative device, or a spiritual symbol, the lost Sphinx of Atlantis continues to captivate the imagination, serving as a powerful reminder of humanity's enduring fascination with the unknown. As we delve deeper into the shadows of the lost Sphinx of Atlantis, we encounter theories that stretch the boundaries of conventional understanding, venturing into the realms of the extraordinary, the extraterrestrial, and the esoteric. One such theory posits that the Atlanteans were not merely an advanced human society, but were, in fact, descendants of extraterrestrial beings. This notion suggests that alien entities, possessing technology and knowledge far beyond our comprehension, established Atlantis as an outpost on Earth. The lost Sphinx, in this context, is viewed as a beacon or a monument, a testament to their superior intelligence and technological prowess. Supporters of this theory often point to the supposedly impossible complexity and precision of the Sphinx's construction, arguing that such an architectural feat would have required capabilities beyond the reach of ancient human civilizations. They propose that only extraterrestrial intervention could account for such advanced engineering in a time when even the wheel was yet to be invented. Parallel to these extraterrestrial theories run hypotheses of time manipulation. Some propose that the lost Sphinx of Atlantis is a temporal anomaly, a relic from a future civilization that somehow found its way into the past. These proponents argue that the Sphinx's futuristic design and advanced construction techniques are evidence of time travel, and that Atlantis itself was a civilization unstuck in time, a future society that existed in the past. A more esoteric branch of the theory suggests the involvement of interdimensional beings. Advocates of this idea believe that the lost Sphinx of Atlantis was a portal or a gateway to other dimensions. They argue that the Atlanteans were interdimensional travelers, capable of moving between different realities at will, and that the Sphinx was a symbol of this incredible ability. These theories, while undoubtedly outlandish, capture the allure of the lost Sphinx of Atlantis. The monument's enigmatic origins, its advanced design, and its disappearance. These elements ignite the imagination, inspiring theories that blend science, history, spirituality, and the fantastical. The Sphinx becomes a mirror reflecting our deepest curiosities about the universe and our place within it. Finally, there are those who believe the Sphinx and Atlantis are part of a hidden bloodline narrative. They propose that the Atlanteans were not wiped out but dispersed, carrying their advanced knowledge and spiritual wisdom across the globe. The lost Sphinx of Atlantis, in this context, becomes a symbol of this hidden lineage, a bloodline of knowledge, waiting to be rediscovered. These fringe theories, each more evocative than the last, add layers to the enigma of the lost Sphinx of Atlantis. They invite us to question, to explore, and to dream, proving that the power of the Sphinx lies not just in its historical mystery, but in its capacity to inspire wonder and ignite the imagination. The lost Sphinx of Atlantis, then, stands as a testament to the limitless curiosity of the human mind, a symbol of the eternal quest for knowledge and understanding, woven with a thread of the mystical and the unexplained. It's a testament to our innate desire to probe the unknown, to explore the boundaries of what is possible, and to challenge the established narratives of history. Yet despite the wealth of theories and speculations, many questions about the lost Sphinx of Atlantis remain unanswered. Where did it come from? How was it constructed? What was its purpose? And perhaps most tantalizing of all, where did it go? If the lost Sphinx did indeed exist, and if its construction and design were as advanced as the legends suggest, then the implications are staggering. It would mean that an ancient civilization possessed knowledge and technology far ahead of its time, potentially rivaling or even surpassing our own. It would challenge our understanding of human history and the evolution of technology. It could even force us to rethink our assumptions about the nature of time, space, and reality itself. If the Sphinx was a gateway to other dimensions, as some theories suggest, then what does this say about the nature of the universe and our place within it? Could there be other realities, parallel to our own, waiting to be discovered? Could we, like the legendary Atlanteans, one day learn to traverse these dimensions at will? And if the Sphinx was a symbol of a hidden bloodline, a lineage of knowledge passed down through the ages, then where are the descendants of this bloodline today? Could they be among us, unbeknownst to us, carrying the wisdom of Atlantis within their DNA? Perhaps the greatest mystery of the lost Sphinx of Atlantis is not its origin, its purpose, or its disappearance, but why it continues to captivate us. Perhaps it is because the Sphinx, in all its enigmatic glory, represents the mysteries that lie at the heart of human existence, the mysteries of who we are, where we come from, and where we are going. It's a reminder that there is always more to discover, more to understand, more to imagine. And so, as we delve into the depths of the unknown, we must remember that the quest for knowledge is never-ending. Each answer we find only leads to more questions. Each discovery only expands the boundaries of the unknown. But it is in this endless pursuit of understanding that we truly come alive. For it is not the finding but the seeking that matters, the journey, not the destination. The lost Sphinx of Atlantis, in this sense, is not an endpoint, but a beginning, a spark that ignites the flame of curiosity and propels us towards the stars. Thanks for listening. This has been another episode of Ancient Conspiracies podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow us wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you'd like to support the show, subscribe to Ancient Conspiracies podcast on Patreon. Subscribe now.